and saying that
the bottom
that's a
line
tone.
of this, I mean, even when he walked in the back, when Punk walked in the back and he bumped into Kofi and he said, oh, Kofi's like, I'm not doing that Jamaica man thing anymore. And then he fucking he walked by fucking Damien and the crew. Like everywhere he goes, it's it just it's very compelling. And then you have like he kind of disappears off the show, and then now you've got that like hour block of different things.
Of fast forwarding is what that's called.
Well, I'm just saying, man. It's one of those deals where that's where all of a sudden, man, that fucking 3 hour, that fucking watching Avatar or Titanic every fucking Monday, you go, oh, and it's hard. I mean, but I'm saying one thing for sure is it's like having Becky and Nia. I think having that confrontation helps. Like the more confrontations that they can build, you know, I think right now, I think that the women is they're weaker than they've been in a long time. And I don't know how I mean, I saw some clips of Charlotte taking a pretty nasty fucking bump. It looked like she fucking got rocked.
But wasn't that always the case when wrestling programming started? And of course, it started with the Monday Night Wars. When they started coming off hot at the top of the show, so hard to follow. I mean, I remember watching Nitro or bouncing back and forth between Nitro and Roy or taping one or the other, and NWO would get out of the ring, or Austin and Rock would get out of the ring on the other channel, and then it was like Disco versus Alex Wright doing the dancing and fucking, it was like, oh, you wait, maybe there was something hot in there. Maybe luchadors would get in and do something fun, but
See, I think I think that what made Nitro so fucking strong early was we didn't come out a lot of times at the beginning of the show.
at
They would
9 you come out. There would be the 8 o'clock because you weren't up against
yeah,
WWE. You'd come out at
we
9.
come out at 9,
Yeah.
but that first hour was, it was, Eddie and Dean and Ray and
Mm-hmm.
Hoovy, and I mean it was,
That was good stuff.
Ultimo, yeah, some of the best wrestling you'll see in your life.
And they'd be
And
planting
then,
seeds, showing NWO get to the building and stuff. They'd be building up
yeah,
till 9. It
would.
was well done. Nash said his match with Punk didn't happen due to Triple H wanting to beat Punk. Previously, I'd heard Nash had an injury, which is why they pivoted to Triple H. Are both true? Big fan of you and Kevin, the show. Keep up the good
No,
work.
I didn't have an injury.
No injury. Okay. Brian.
I'm just, it just baffles me that like people, oh, well, nobody said he didn't open the car door.
Well, listen, you're adding the inflection, but this is good. People bring up things they've heard, the rumor mill, and this is where you set them.
No,
straight.
they said that I couldn't wrestle because I was on Plavix. That was the reasoning that they came up with. That was the medical. I was on Plavix, which they said was a blood thinner, and Plavix, and he said, they asked me why I was on Plavix, and I said, my father had a heart attack. I said, Plavix is and what Plavix is an anticoagulant, which doesn't allow your especially I've got A negative blood, which is a thicker blood, and but they were allowing.
You had that before the Borg Genesis shot, or that was a result?
That was before the Borg Genesis. Now I'm gonna have to. I'm getting ready to have blood done like mid-January. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, because I've been like an idiot going in there just getting my regular blood done. I'm gonna say, and can I get the Borg Genesis panel?
Right. Let's see what
We'll
shows
see.
up.
Yep.
All right.
Different human.
Uh,